Hey Cowichan, it's Alec Wheeler, Events and Membership Manager with the Duncan Cowichan Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here with another session of Biz Banter. Today I have with me Cynthia Lockery of Lockery Communications and also How To Communications. Cynthia is also a published author. Cynthia, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Sorry we can't see each other in person.
I know, I was going to say it's good to virtually see you. It's been a while. So Cynthia, for those of us who aren't familiar with your businesses and your line of work, can you talk to us a little bit about the services that you offer pre-pandemic, and then we'll get to how things have been shifting for you since the COVID-19 kind of hit the fan for us.
So I'm in public relations and communications, and pre-pandemic, most of my work was in corporate training, meeting facilitation, strategic planning, presenting. So a lot of in-person, face-to-face for organizations, primarily in the Lower Mainland and in Ontario. And now with the pandemic, I've really had to pivot. I've always done social media, education, and communications planning. But with the pandemic, I was booking into July for speaking when this hit. And I'd just come back from working in New York City and Alberta and all over. And so it was trying to convince people, I know you're all going to laugh at now, to go on Zoom.
What's Zoom?
And trying to convince people we can still do this and we can still learn virtually. So I've been able to pivot some of my speaking to online and some of my corporate training, but I've also been really doing a lot more collaboration with other organizations and individuals.
Can you talk to us a little bit about some of those collaborations, or?
Yeah, so what it was is it started out just by venting with other people that are consultants and seeing our projects and our client work dry up. And then it became, because I'm a ideas person and a problem solver, well, what are the opportunities that are there? And how can we leverage it? So sometimes the collaboration was bidding on projects together with people that normally would have done it themselves, or we all would have had such busy workload that we wouldn't think to look to work with somebody else. But now we're saying, hey, we're stronger together. If we bring our different skills, we can also share the income 3 ways, which is better than no income. And the other piece is, for example, in one dialogue, somebody mentioned they were refreshing old blog posts, and I had the idea to create some ebooks with the 150 blog posts I've written over the years. So right now I'm in the process of creating 15 ebooks on different communications topics like social media, storytelling, media relations, and creating some toolkits to dive a little bit deeper.
And we were talking off camera about these ebooks, and you're offering them for a really kind of insane price. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, so I'm going to be selling my ebooks for $5 a book.
Wow.
And the reason is I don't want to take advantage of people when we're all in this financial situation. But it's also a good way for people to see how I communicate, the style I use, and to see if it's a fit for them. So ebooks are a good marketing tool for people to test you out. And it's also a good way for me to help people that I can't help everybody for free. So it's that little trade-off, and $5 isn't too painful.
Yeah, you're almost kind of planting the seed for future collaboration or partnership there, hopefully. And, you know, as you mentioned, we're all in it together. And I think we're seeing a lot of that collaborative spirit, you know, the support locals coming out, the, you know, reaching out within sectors. But again, we were talking earlier and you had a really interesting perspective to offer about that collaboration. Can you refresh us on that?
Absolutely. So what even pre-COVID, when I talk about social media or online digital marketing, I always say, look outside of your sector. Do not just focus on your sector, because then you only see what everybody else is doing and you don't get the new ideas. So in this COVID environment, it's not just looking outside your sector, it's having the conversations with people who are not in your sector. Hey, what's working for you? What's not working? And what tools are you using? And that's how we're all going to innovate. We never innovate when we look the certain way. We innovate by getting out. My ebook idea came from a coach who it was in passing comment, but it really stuck with me as an opportunity for my business. So what might be a passing comment in a different sector might actually really work for you.
Absolutely. Now, if people want to reach out to, find some of your ebooks or find out about the services that you're offering, or even book you for a speaking gig, where do they find that information?
You can go to Lockery Communications or How To Communications, or phone me 250-701-3278. I really am doing more work on the island than I did pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, I rarely did work on the island. And I'm really excited about helping my own community, because this is how it's going to be. We're limited where we can go, but if we can strengthen our own community, that helps all of us.
Yeah, and there's been themes in these biz banters that we've been doing. The biggest one being necessity is the mother of invention. But I think another one is, when crisis hits our small communities, particularly on Vancouver Island, I think it's really galvanizing for us. We really come together, and I'm hoping, and it's sounding like this is the case, that some of these collaborations, these innovations, these cultural shifts to sort of closing in around our own and supporting our own are really gaining momentum. And I hope that regardless of what path this pandemic takes, I hope that momentum continues beyond that. So.
And we have such expertise here on the island, and there are people like me who normally leave the island for work. And there's many people like me who have amazing skill sets who rarely do work on the island because it's never had the support there. And so I think, like you said, tap into that. Look around you and support the people who are here, and they will support you.
Absolutely. And I think that's a pretty excellent note to finish on. And I know in addition to being a business owner, you're a very busy mom. One of your kids has gone back to school and you've got one at home still, is that right?
I do. I have one that's at school full time, and it's been a real game changer.
Good. Yeah, it's great to see so many things kind of opening up. We're in phase 2 now, and hopefully with the reports coming from the province on a regular basis, we've done a really good job of flattening the curve in BC, and we've been lucky on Vancouver Island. So hopefully phase 3 is not far away. Yeah, crossing fingers. But listen, thanks so much for taking time with us today, Cynthia. It's really good to see you, and I hope to see you in person very soon. Yeah, take care of yourself.
You too, and to everybody out there, the sun's out, it's a new season, so this is going to be some positive change.
Absolutely. And Couch, and that's been another session of Biz Banter with the Duncan Couch and Chamber of Commerce and Lockery Communications.